We've always been impressed with OLED as a technology, and whether it's on smartphones or monitors or even screens, it's been really impressive over the years and it has developed quite well. And when LG invited us to check out their latest flagship line of OLED TVs, we were not sure if they had anything new to show. But when the LG G1 arrived in the studio, we were quite surprised with what this panel was actually capable of. So we're going to be taking you through this television and telling you some of the coolest features this has. My name is Bharat, you're watching iGyaan. Let's quickly get started. Quick disclaimer, LG has provided us this television, but they don't get a say in what we are saying in this video and they don't get to preview this video before it goes live. If you want to check out more about our policy, go check out the link in the description below. So this television line is called the LG G1. It is their 2021 flagship line of televisions. It is available in 3 sizes, so you can choose between a 55-inch, a 65-inch, or a 75-inch panel. All of these are OLED panels, and the new technology they have in this is OLED Evo. Before we talk about the OLED Evo technology, let's quickly talk about OLED itself as a technology where you have individually self-lit pixels. So in this panel, you have 33.2 million self-lit pixels. This allows for extremely bright spots as well as extremely low or extremely black spots within the same frame. And it gives you a very high dynamic range if you're watching content with HDR or with Dolby Vision, which this panel does support, by the way. You will be able to get a really good dynamic range in your scenes, in your movies, and it makes it look really impressive on this panel. With the OLED Evo technology, the self-lit pixels are that much brighter and they are also more sharp and more contrasty, giving you a slightly higher or a more premium experience with OLED panels themselves. So OLED as a technology is already premium, so think of it as the next level in premium panel technology. So this panel is also pretty impressive. It has a 1 millisecond response time and very low input lag. So you can connect not only your standard devices like your set-top boxes or your Blu-ray players, you can also connect your computers or your laptops, and you can also connect your gaming consoles and get a really impressive experience with this. It is a 120 Hz refresh rate display, so you'll get a really impressive gaming experience. And if you do have an HDMI 2.1 supported device or a PC, you can get a 4K 120 Hz output to this. Speaking of getting an output to this, you can also play games on this because it is certified to work with NVIDIA G-Sync as well as AMD FreeSync Premium. So if you're planning on gaming and are looking for a really nice panel to do that, this is probably the best panel in a 55-inch size that you can get. The panel is also rated to be flicker-free and is TUV certified and has a low blue light filter. So that means that if you're somebody who watches a lot of television, it'll not make it difficult for you to sleep at night, and it'll also keep your eyes a little more healthy. If you do turn on this feature, you do have to manually turn this on in the television, but the television does have it. As far as the design of the television is concerned, it is extremely premium looking. You have very thin bezels and the overall television is also extremely thin. In fact, the only way you can mount this when you buy it is on a wall, and you need LG's technicians to come and install this on your wall so that not only do you get the wall mount installed properly, but the television also sits flush with the wall. Now, there is a downside to this. If you're somebody like me who doesn't like wall mount televisions, then you're sort of stuck with the TV in one place and you can't really move it around. But for that, there is an option. You can spend some extra money and buy a gallery stand, and that will allow you to move the television around in your house or office, wherever you decide to put this TV. The gallery stand at the time of making this video was not available, and we tried to buy it and we couldn't get our hands on it. But hopefully it'll be available soon, and it'll give you a choice between wall mounting and sort of putting it on the floor. But at this moment, you can only wall mount it, and that's a little bit of a letdown. The television itself looks super premium, whether you put it on a floor stand like we have over here, or whether you mount it on the wall. The panel is super crisp, and it does have a gallery mode, wherein which it will shuffle between some really popular paintings, and it also shows a photo frame with those paintings, and it looks absolutely impressive. You can also have your own images uploaded there. It does also do this to keep the OLED panel healthy. So think of it as a screensaver that's going on, but it also gives it a nice painting sort of look, so you can get a gallery or a photo gallery going on your wall, and this kind of looks like a photo frame or a painting frame on your wall. Now, this panel does support Dolby Vision IQ. You also get Dolby Atmos support. The speakers are really impressive as well. You get 60-watt speakers on a very thin panel like this. They're loud and they're full of vibrance and bass. so it doesn't feel like you need a sound bar. So the LG G1 also has WebOS, and it works on their new A9 processor. So it's really fast and responsive. In fact, memory-wise, this TV manages it really well. If you pause something, you even turn off the TV, go back to it later on, it'll still be paused, and that's something that's really impressive. I haven't seen this on any other television. And the fact that the WebOS is now a lot more matured than what I have seen it in the past to be. It allows you to download all your favorite apps. So whatever OTT apps you have been watching are now available on WebOS. And this is one thing that was keeping people from getting a WebOS television. But now all of that does work. The one downside is that if you're used to an Android TV, this does not support all the features that Android TVs do. But that being said, this is a really stable and a really impressive platform to watch television on. And now that it does support LG's new ThinQ capabilities, you can connect it with your phone. And on the phone also, you get a really nice experience, and you can control the TV. And then you also have the Air Mouse, which I absolutely love with LG remotes. Allows you to click and point on the screen without thinking twice, because TV interfaces are usually very difficult to navigate through. The Air Mouse makes it very easy. And then you also get that feature as a trackpad on your phone if you connect it via the ThinQ app, which is absolutely fantastic. So if you're in the market for a new television, the LG G1 series is pretty impressive. OLED panels in general are supposedly very premium, and the LG G1 is the flagship of that. So you get the best of the best technology of 2021. This panel is really impressive to us, and the overall brightness and contrast is also pretty impressive. And while LG does not give the overall brightness of the TV, we were able to measure upwards of 770 nits in certain peak spots. That means that this ranges between 800 to 1000 nits while playing HDR content, which is absolutely impressive. At the price range this television is available at, that's going into really high-end territory. And pro monitors that are used for video creation are actually 1000 nits. So this is around that region, and this is just for consumer consumption. So that's pretty impressive. The panel itself looks amazing, and when you hang it on the wall, it sits flush, which also looks premium and impressive. And if you can route your cables properly, this looks absolutely brilliant. That's it for this video. If you have any other questions regarding the LG G1, let us know in the comments below. We'll try and get some of those answered for you. And you can also reach us out on Instagram as well as Twitter. Links for those are in the description below, or you can just go and search for iGyaan on any of social media apps. And this has been Bharat. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.